Friday, December 19th, 2025, and this is the Washington Times front page. Thanks for joining us. I'm George Gerbo. Consumer prices rose at a lower than expected rate last month, providing a boost for President Trump and Republicans heading into the midterm campaign season. Tom Howell reports the Department of Labor said the consumer price index rose 2.7% for the 12 months leading up to November, beating Wall Street's estimates of 3.1%. The CPI report had major gaps because of the recent federal government shutdown, and inflation remains above the Federal Reserve's target of 2%. Inflation did rise, but only 0.2% on a seasonally adjusted basis over the 2 months from September to November. Republicans hope to gain the upper hand on pocketbook issues before Democrats' narrative about affordability gains a greater foothold and threatens Republican majorities in next year's midterms. President Trump has removed marijuana from the list of most restricted drugs and rescheduled it to allow for expanded medical research and applications. Mallory Wilson reports the executive order moves marijuana from a Schedule I drug, like heroin, to a Schedule III drug, like Tylenol with codeine, under the Controlled Substances Act. The president emphasized his action doesn't legalize marijuana federally for recreational use, but the executive order will focus on increasing medical research for marijuana and CBD. Illinois Governor J.B. Pritzker's 2028 presidential ambitions are colliding with a very local headache, the Chicago Bears stadium saga. Seth MacLachlan reports the NFL team's exploration of relocating to Northwest Indiana instead of building a new stadium in the Chicago area has dominated local headlines, thrusting the Democratic governor into a high-stakes fight over a franchise that has been synonymous with the Windy City for more than a century. Pritzker wants the Bears to stay, but he doesn't want taxpayers footing the bill for propping up what is now an $8.5 billion valued business. The Bears want taxpayers to cover infrastructure costs for the stadium and elected leaders to provide reasonable property tax certainty to secure funding. The Taiwanese government confirmed the Trump administration is selling $11 billion worth of arms to the democratically governed island. Andrew Salmon reports the announced package of arms, including drones, howitzer cannons, and medium-range missiles, is more costly and massive than the $330 million U.S. sale of aircraft parts to Taiwan that the Trump administration conducted in November. The weapon sale is likely to anger the Communist government of China, which regards Taiwan as part of its sovereign territory. And finally, this year's annual White House Christmas ornament features a look back at state dinners during the Reagan presidency. Sean Salai reports the 2025 ornament features the gold and scarlet-rimmed Lenox china that President Reagan commissioned to host a record-high 59 diplomatic dinners from 1981 to 1989. The reverse side features the blue-rimmed bicentennial china that the Clinton administration commissioned in the year 2000. First Lady Nancy Reagan proposed the first Christmas ornament in 1981 as a fundraiser for the nonprofit White House Historical Association, which oversees the executive mansion's historical programs. Find all of today's front page stories at WashingtonTimes.com/front page or on the Washington Times app, and find us wherever you get your podcasts. You can also find us on social media at Wash Times for breaking news, sports, commentary, and more. For the Washington Times, I'm George Gerbo.